Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We're on to the divisional round now, 2 steps away from playing on the biggest stage in sports. It's the Titans going up against the Jets.
Thank you, Larry. Coming to you from just off the New Jersey Turnpike in East Rutherford, we are just about set for football on EA Sports from MetLife Stadium. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Tennessee Titans and the New York Jets.
New York is lined up the kickoff. Number 13, back to return.
The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Spins by. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. 56 is the mic. 56 is the mic. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now here's the first carry for DeMarco Murray. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Boom. Big hits all day. Good job, D. Good job. Good stop, baby. Good stop. Good stop.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Ready. Blue 18.
Hey, 4 down.
Now Mariota. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A Tennessee first down. That one Mariota to Matthews.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Check 4.
On first down, Murray. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. Oh, now he bowls him over. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. They'll run here. It's Murray. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Alert 3.
Check. 1, 2, 3.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota. And it's brought in by Eric Decker. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there at 22.
Stop your whining.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run the counter with Murray. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down right near the 39. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a second and long.
He wasn't ready.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Strong right. Check.
Blue 18.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
3. Easy.
I'm coming for you, son.
They go with Murray again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. Now this now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long.
Tight right.
Ready. Blue 80.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
Now it's a bootleg with Mariota. And that is incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now Dan Carpenter. His career long is 60 yards, so he's got a big leg. This will be from 56 yards out. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell.
4 down.
Room to run inside the 40. 38 yards on the scamper there.
That looked like a 2-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. First carry for Matt Forte. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Hey, we got tight left. Hurry up, here we go. 4
Petty now. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
319.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. We got 4.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Here we go now. Odd. 5 down. Stand up in.
Watch it.
Kill.
Over.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down.
And that's why the fullback position was created. You just want a big, strong, powerful guy you can hand the ball to and pick up good yardage.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along, or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A very solid gain of 27.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll try the right side with Murray. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Check your hot read.
Set. 1.
Check 49. Check 49.
3. Ready.
Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Set. 1.
3 down. Hey, check.
1.
3 down.
1.
A play fake to Murray. Now Mariota.
Watch the safety creep.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. They couldn't hook up with Decker that time, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And he fires one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Man left. Set! Hey.
Gun!
This is the running back, Powell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety
Gun!
creeping. Watch the edge.
I hear it.
They go again with Powell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a third down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down.
Here we go now.
Powell. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And now running right through him. And he's brought down after a good gain. That good for 22 and a first down.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed, plenty of open field to get after that.
Rush in. Safe.
Wait. Easy.
Check.
One,
Lucky.
3, 7, 1, 8, 1. Easy.
Wide.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
1. Set. 2, 18.
They go play action. Mariota. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning.
One. Sam,
56.
One.
56, right there, 56.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning.
Sam, blue line.
56.
Easy.
Mike's 56. Here we go.
On third down, Mariota.
No.
And he locates Walker, complete. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. Fresh set of downs here.
Three.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Mariota again. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion.
One.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Sam, blue 18. One.
Check the backer.
Ready? Blue 18.
56. Mike, 56.
Three. One.
I'm here all day.
Three.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. 10th carry of the game now, Murray. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Only a yard of the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9.
Check. Run! Get there.
Too fast, baby.
One. Sam, flag, Katie. Flag, get it. One.
Switch.
One.
Check 24.
Play fake, Mariota. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, this from 46. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So 2 missed field goals for him now, and that's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
Double tight.
Gun! Here we go!
They go play action here on first down. Dumps off to Powell. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Who that?
All right, here we go.
59,
Watch you now, Barney.
Check, 59.
Here's Powell, and he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Strong right.
Watch you now. Hurry up, here we go.
Hey, boys, we got 4.
Green, 39. Green.
Here's Petty. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Wesley Woodyard. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Mariota yelling out the play call as he hustles everyone to get set.
You got him. You got him.
Easy. Turn. Move
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check.
Second down, Mariota.
Set the tone, defense.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Turn. Move
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. You can't block me.
Mariota from the gun on third down. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football, and we just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
Now Dan Carpenter. His career long is 60 yards, so he's got a big leg. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup, as we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
The Titans is lined up for the kickoff. Number 84, ready to return.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Second down following the incompletion.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Let's go. They run with Powell. And he's got some space here. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
Watch right there. Watch right there.
Now let's go. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Another run, this time Forte. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Double tight. Double tight.
All right, here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go now.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprian. Pushing through the contact. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
We got 3. Let's go.
6 yards here to go for the offense on second down.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Mariota now from the 50. Going with a screen for Murray. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a give. This is Murray. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
Watch the whip.
Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Mariota gives to Henry. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Check.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. Oh, he tried to pitch it and the ball's loose. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
56, the mark, boys, 56. Check 56. Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Ready.
Working out of the gun, Mariota into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
Watch tight end.
Set.
319.
Alert.
319.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
We got four down.
And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Shift.
No. Check. Patriot.
Mike.
On third down. That's Powell. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And that might be Titan football. It is. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Check, Mike. 54.
Mariota now after the fumble recovery. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down. And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. New York set to take the field, and they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
All right, here we go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Here we go now. Blue line.
Hey.
He'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Jets on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. Green.
3 down. 3 down. Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey.
So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll look to throw here. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you, push them deep, find some space, and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd down following the run.
We got double tight. Double tight.
Set. 3-19.
Check.
3-19.
Shut down. Motion.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
No.
The
Check.
play clock's
Patrick.
running down. They'll run again. Again, it's Powell. And this time, not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the slant.
Here we go now. Green.
Back now here on EA Sports. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
All right, here we go. Back. No. Check. Patriot.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
3 down. 3 down. Tight end right. Tight end right.
Hurry up. Here we go.
4 down.
Blue 90.
Check.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete.
Get in the weight room.
Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The Jets on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
Five down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Shift together here from the D-line.
Watch tight.
Now let's go. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
We got 4.
Detroit.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Over. Check 4.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man on the out route. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Gain of 6 on the play.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back.
No. Check, Patriot. No. Check, Patriot.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He will push his way down to about the 14. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Three.
SOS.
Ready.
56. Mike, 56 right there.
On play action, Mariota. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Blue 18.
We got 3 down.
Slam. Easy.
Undercrunch.
Set. Blue 18.
From the gun, Mariota. And able to find Decker. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Mariota now on second down. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That's where you belong.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Watch out. Mike's 56.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Kill.
Carries piling up. It's Murray again. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
3. 1.
He's back to throw. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one good for 10 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And, Charles, you talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. That wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was a long-distance kick.
Brandon, it shows you the faith that this coaching staff has in their kicker. You're right. If this goes wrong, you're going to give up the ball near midfield. But that was an absolute rainmaker, and it's going to give them a late lead.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. New York set to take the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. He'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them in bounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it down deep into Tennessee territory. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Tight end left. Tight end left.
Here we go now.
Now they'll toss here to Powell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now another timeout here called by the Titans. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Tight end left. Tight end left.
Now let's go.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
And the kick is good. He puts it through, and they are moving on to the AFC Championship game. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been 1 game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.